I was on a coaching call with one of my amazing clients, and she had just walked away from a relationship because the man was not treating her the way she deserved. And I am so proud of her for that. But now she is back in the dating world, and there was a new guy in the picture, and the texts were fun and the energy was good. Out of the blue, he says, "I want to send you a coffee." So what did I tell her? I said, let him, because what happened next told us everything we needed to know about this man. If you want to know whether the man you're talking to is the man that is meant for you, stop listening to what he says and start watching what he does. Today, I'm giving you one simple tool to test exactly that. I call it the coffee test. And no, it's not actually about coffee. So there's a pattern that I see constantly with women I coach. She meets a man who says all the right things. He's charming, he's attentive, he's interested, but then slowly she starts to realize that he is all talk. And by the time she realizes this, she's already emotionally invested. So today, we're gonna change that. Welcome back, guys and gals, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jess, I'm a relationship coach, and I help you become the woman who naturally attracts the relationship and life you desire by raising your self-worth, your feminine confidence, and your standards so that you become a natural match to the love and life you want. All right, so today I'm introducing something to you that I have been calling the coffee test. So this came directly from a coaching session with me, and it's one of those concepts that I think is going to stick with you. We're talking about how to gauge a man's follow through early on without having to chase, without having to overgive, or without having to spend weeks decoding his behavior. So here's what happened. I have an amazing client, and she just recently walked away from a relationship where she wasn't being treated the way that she deserved. We did the work together, she discovered her worth, and she made the brave decision to walk away from a relationship that was no longer serving her. So that is a self-love in action, you guys. Now she's newly back on the dating scene, and there's a new guy. The texts are flirty, the energy is good, and it feels different this time. And one day he says, "I want to send you a coffee." Now, one of the things that she and I have been working on is her ability to lean back and to receive, because so many women I work with, and maybe you can relate to this, we are givers, we are organizers, we are doers, the ones who are always making things happen. And while that quality is a gift, in the early stages of dating, that quality can actually get in the way of letting a man step up. So when she told me about this coffee offer, I said, accept it, let him. Have him send you a coffee, because you want a man who isn't just all talk. You want a man who sees an opportunity to do something thoughtful for you and actually follows through on it. So she gets flirty with him, she plays along, and then she tells him her coffee order. And guess what? The coffee never came. He offered, she received the offer graciously, and he did not follow through. Spoiler alert, this told us more about this man than 3 more weeks of texting ever could. Now, I want you to hear me on this. This is not about the coffee. I could not care less about the coffee. The coffee is actually the least important part of this story. What the coffee represents is, does this man do what he says he's going to do? Because here's what I know is true. You cannot talk somebody into being the right person for you. You cannot convince, you cannot analyze or overfunction your way into understanding someone's character. Character is revealed through actions, consistent, small, everyday actions. And listen, this was not a grand gesture. He did not offer to fly her somewhere or buy her something expensive. It was a coffee, but how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if he can't follow through on something small, I need you to honestly ask yourself, what is he going to do when things get hard? When life gets real? When you actually need him to show up? The answer is already in front of you. And this is what I mean when I talk about a man who is a consistent masculine provider. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about a man who takes initiative, who follows through, who shows up. And not because you asked him to, but because that is the man he is. And that is the man you deserve. Real quick, if at any point you realize you want to go deeper in this work and you don't want to do it alone, you want to learn to lean more into your feminine energy, raise your standards, and actually attract the man who is right for you, I do offer one-to-one coaching, and I will leave my calendar link in the description below so you can book a free relationship call with me me. We can chat more, see where you're at, see where you want to be, and see if we're a good fit to work together. All right, so let me break this down so you can actually see how it would play out in your own life. The coffee test has 3 parts. Part 1, the offer. Now, the offer can be anything. It can be sending a coffee. It could be looking up a restaurant. It could be sending an article that he mentioned he said he would send to you, calling you when he says he does. Any small act of initiative that he puts on the table. And I want you to start noticing, like, does he even make offers? Because a man who is genuinely interested in you will find small ways to show up for you. He will want to make your day a little better. He will want to make it a little easier and a little more fun. And if a man never offers, well, that's the data, ladies. Part 2, the receive. Now, this is the hard part for most women, and I know because I've been there too. But when a man offers, you accept it graciously, warmly, without immediately doing something in return. This is leaning back, and this is letting him step up. So many women that I work with are so used to overgiving that when a man does something kind for them, they feel this immediate urge to reciprocate or to make it equal, that 50-50 split, or to not feel like they have to owe them anything. That impulse comes from a good place, but it can cut off the energy. And feminine energy, it is magnetic. It draws in, it receives. Let him come to you. Part 3, the follow through. And now you get to sit back and watch. Does he do it? And not just once, does he do it consistently? Because here's the thing, it's really easy. Anybody can show up and just do it once. Consistency is where character lives. And if he offers and then doesn't follow through, well, ladies, that is your information. You don't need to confront him. You don't need to analyze it. You don't need to give him 3 more chances. You just received your data. So I want to bring this full circle now because I meant what I said. The coffee test is not about coffee. It's an analogy for everything that matters. Does he do what he says he'll do? Does he remember the things you tell him? Does he show up on time? Does he call you when he says he's going to call? Does he follow through on plans? Does he even make a plan? Because the man who offers to get you a coffee and then sends you the coffee will also be the man who's there when life gets hard, who chooses you over and over again, not just to look cool in front of others and not just to make that good first impression to get you, and not just to show up in those big moments, but in the quiet, ordinary ones. And let me be clear, you are not looking for perfect. We know perfection does not exist. You are looking for consistent. And the woman who knows her worth, she doesn't chase, she doesn't convince, she doesn't overfunction trying to figure out if someone is right for her. She creates a space, she receives with grace, and then she lets the truth reveal itself. And yes, of course, there is neuroscience for this. Your brain is literally wired to detect patterns of reliability. So consistent small actions from a partner activate what researchers call secure attachment. Your nervous system starts to register, oh, this person is predictable, this person is safe. And that foundation, that is where real love actually lives. So I want to leave you with a journaling prompt. I've been doing that in my videos lately. So I want you to think about the man you're currently talking to, or men you've talked to in the past, and ask yourself honestly, does his behavior match his words? Not just once, but consistently. And a bonus question for you to think on, where have you been the one who filled in the gap? Where did you make excuses for his lack of follow through or take over so he didn't have to show up? Because sometimes when we do this work, we realize that we've been covering up for men who weren't actually stepping up. And don't be too hard on yourself if there were spaces where you did fill in the gap, because recognizing this, it's not self-blame, it is awareness. And awareness is where your power lives. You cannot shift what you refuse to look at. All right, so let's bring this all home, shall we? The coffee test is simple. A man makes an offer, you receive it graciously, and then you observe whether he follows through consistently. It's not about the coffee. It's about the gesture. It's about whether the man in front of you does what he says he will do. All right, that's it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And if you found this helpful, please share with a woman who you feel may need to hear this today. And of course, if at any point you realize you want to go deeper on this work and you don't want to do it alone, you're ready to become the woman who naturally attracts the relationship and life you desire, I will leave my calendar link below in the description so that you can book a free relationship call with me. We can chat more, see where you're at, see where you want to be, and see if we're a good fit to work together. Remember, you guys, self-love isn't optional. It's a foundation for the relationship and life you desire. I'll see you in the next video.